It's the Box 18 podcast. Straight from the box.
No VAR needed.
But what do they think now? What do they think?
I mean, I thought him on rule. Now why did they call him F40 rule? Because you guys think about the F4 before you.
But honestly, to be sincere, your countenance shows that we're already inside the World Cup.
Yeah.
But it's not World Cupping. But in the end, whether we like it or not, the World Cup has started and we will enjoy it. It is Box 18 Nigeria. My name is Farouk.
I am ADT, and right here, we leave everything straight from the box, no VAR needed. All right? This is going to be the worst World Cup ever.
100%.
100%. World Cup ever.
Yeah.
I believe that America had no business hosting that World Cup.
No, I won't say they don't have any business hosting it because they have done it in the past, and at that point in time, it was the best. And let's give them benefit of doubt. But for the fact that FIFA didn't state in clear terms, and they didn't know that this president would be there.
Yes.
It was already agreed before President Trump became the president of America.
Yes.
And everything just dabaru all within a tick of an eye. And for me, it is just so sad that they have been awarded most games at the World Cup. Over 60% of the games were played in America. That's a problem to me.
See, we might want to argue and say that, the conversation was had before the current president, Donald Trump. I feel there's certain things that are supposed to be permissible due to the significance of those events. So, for example, if the Olympics is happening in your country, irrespective of whatever enmity or whatever diplomatic ties you have with other countries, or however ruined your bilateral, unilateral, multilateral relations with any country, it serves as a precursor to foster good. And this is also going, even now developing from sports and going into proper international politics now, right? It serves as a precursor to be able to bring both countries together and see how, for example, the North Korea and America were not on good terms until Dennis Rodman.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Who would have thought that a sport icon would be the reason why two countries that were at loggerheads for a long time would become, would still even have a discussion in the first place. And look at how relations between Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump now.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel that certain like sport itself is in its own way a significant event that, and again, for two reasons, I feel that America has no business hosting the World Cup. First things first, America doesn't rate soccer.
Yeah.
The fact they even call it soccer is like the whole world says we're calling it football and they say soccer.
A day before the World Cup, I was listening to President Trump. He said that I spoke to Infantino. He's the boss. And it was even very arrogant. Soccer. I'm like, guy, you know be soccer, that football.
It's football, like the whole world calls it.
What you call football in America?
It's handball.
You guys run around throwing the ball 40 yards to yourself.
It's basically frisbee.
Are you calling it football?
It's athletic frisbee, if you ask me.
Can you call it footron?
Footron.
Because you guys are running.
Or ball throwing.
But that's how arrogant
the sport
Americans are.
Exactly.
If they start rating sport athletes of the whole time, you see Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, this and that, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, everybody that resides in America.
In America,
at times
is world champion.
As top 20.
Yes.
And you see Ronaldo, 21. And the greatest, even last century, this century, any century, Ronaldo is top 3 in the world.
In the world, yeah.
But that's how American sports
That's how Americans. And again, like I said, for a country that doesn't rate a globally recognized sport. Yeah. I mean, if you're listing top 10 sports in America, soccer will probably come last.
Yep.
They will have their basketball. They will probably have American football. They will have hockey. They will have the hockey league. They will have the hockey league come. They will have baseball coming first. Coming as well.
Let me tell you a story about the yesterday before. Because I was actually following football at that point in time. Yes. They suggested increasing the goalposts. Because they're like, how can you play football for 90 minutes and you're going to score just one goal? Score 0 goals. They're like, scoring with the hands, having those runs, 27-0,
yes,
27-2,
yes,
44-45 score line.
Yes.
In fact, the penalty kick, the one that they adopted before,
yes,
at the MLS,
yes,
you're going to run with the ball from the middle of the back, and at the point in time, dribble and that things are so awkward that you begin to wonder why do you want to deliberately be different from the other part of the world? And again, they call it rugby in Europe. They call it NHL,
yeah, NFL. You understand?
Even cricket, they call it baseball.
So they have their own invention or their own variation of a sport that the whole world has agreed. And again, this is not also. I mean, you can have your own variation of sport. I mean,
absolutely.
Whatever works for you. I mean, they play frisbee, which I feel is a very annoying sport, by the way. I feel like it's only dogs who play frisbee, by the way. But yeah, if you like frisbee, good for you, and you enjoy it and enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it. But even aside the fact that I feel that the fact that it's not a sport that the country would place in top 5 would also tell you how they will lean in towards that sport and support that sport, right? And how they want to fund the sport. Aside that, we're now gonna come and talk about the intricacies of planning when it comes to World Cup preparation. Apart from having your fields, having your sports, this is one of the key planning that comes with the World Cup is how you ready the grounds, ready the economy to receive the influx of people that will come.
And that's the major problem. In fact, that's where I'm heading to. I was waiting for you to just, hang it there and take it over. Because a lot of my colleagues, our colleagues, try to get into America.
Yes.
A lot of people were even discouraged from the start because they know the policies around getting into the country at this point in time. But the biggest one for me that I would not take, because it shows that they're not send Africans.
Yes. This World Cup,
the referee.
This World Cup should be called.
The Somali referee is the best referee in Africa at this point in time.
This World Cup should be called the rest of the World Cup minus Africa.
And that guy is just in his 30s at his prime of his career. If not for the fact that a lot of people encouraged him, was received by the president of his country, that guy's career could have
gone.
And watching the World Cup at home, seeing people making mistakes, you say, so these guys, because of me, that is not even enough. Did you see what the Senegalese national team went through?
Is it just Senegalese? Even South Africans got stranded.
God.
Even South Africans got stranded.
They denied a lot of people entry.
Yes.
Entry visa.
Yes.
Then, because you had issues with Iraq, you said, Iran, I beg your pardon.
Yes.
They cannot stay in your country. They have to come from Mexico, fly and go back all the time. We don't need all of this. The football is called the beautiful game for a reason. It brings a lot of people together. I speak Spanish, you speak French, and we are sitting next to each other, understanding the game. I speak English, you speak Yoruba, but we are the same. Even in this country, when the Super Eagles of Nigeria file out, every song becomes the same thing. Every religion, we are watching football at that point in time. And that's what football brings to us. But unfortunately, because of politics, diplomatic issues here and there, war here and there, they have brought this refuge into the game. And the biggest problem I have is that Gian Infantino, the president, was smiling over it.
One of the
One of the
annoying thing I had, I think, was a press conference that he did some weeks ago, and he called this World Cup the most inclusive World Cup. And I'm saying, how is this the most inclusive World Cup if 75 countries that are meant to be in the World Cup are having visa restrictions? 75 countries have visa restrictions to the US right now. And those 75 countries are countries that are meant to be in the World Cup, right? So you are saying this is the most inclusive World Cup, and the country is spitting right on what is meant to be a global symbol of unity.
At least Morocco held the Nations Cup some few months back, and my colleagues that were there they said too many great things about that country, other than the shenanigans we saw on the field of play.
Oh no, obviously,
but there, you are going around. There's free Wi-Fi. Mobility is seamless. There's no high cost of living in America. To get an accommodation now, you have to pay through your nose. Transportation is hell. And so many things like that. And the football itself. But I just feel that now that we are into the game, we might be able to look away from it. But in the end, it will go down in the history that this World Cup shouldn't have happened in America.
Even you can tell that, just to add to your point about how cost of living is, there's no World Cup, or in fact, no Nations Cup or no particular tournament has been held in any part of the world, that it doesn't bring some form of economical advantage to that country.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, you mentioned Morocco. People were saying about the fact that in Morocco during the Nations Cup, everything was slashed by half.
Mm-hmm.
So that means if something was going to cost 100% before, because of the Nations Cup, you pay 50%.
Yeah.
Right? And even when the World Cup happened in South Africa as well, we saw how literally everything almost was like South Africa. Nigerians were getting to South Africa. I even feel that during the World Cup South Africa, Nigerians went to South Africa the most because of how it was easy to enter. And again, like what would have cost you like almost like 100 million or 100,000 naira to go on South Africa became like almost like 50,000 naira at that point in time. And that's the case with almost everywhere the World Cup has held in almost every part of the country in the world before. When the World Cup or when a tournament of that standing is held in, look at what happened in France with the Olympics. And look at how they had to build structures. Look at what happened in Qatar, for example.
A field. In fact, we were joking this weekend because the pitch I played football this Sunday had issues. So one of our guys, his name is Porter, that guy is so crazy, he's mad. He all said, maybe there is one field that is mounted in Qatar. It's still there. Can we bring it on? And I laugh over it. That shows,
the level of ingenuity and level of seriousness that the countries put into making sure that this is, again, people forget that the World Cup is also PR for the country.
Yep.
It's massive PR for the country.
They don't care. This is the first time. Concerned, security first, American first. And America even gets, it has a bracket. You have to be an American to be an American first. But in the end, because I don't like the fact that there are too much negativity around the World Cup. The vibes have been getting before the World Cup. In fact, for the fact that Nigeria don't even at the World Cup is a problem to us. Because all the monies that we're supposed to get, it's not coming in. If you're not on social media, the money's not coming in. But for the fact that it's still our job, our responsibility to talk about it, we have to. Now America are giving us heck of a problem, around the World Cup. England complained, European complained. Even Mexico are saying, if this guy cannot stay in America, let him come and officiate in Canada. Or Mexico.
Yes.
But FIFA are so stupid. They just turn him back. Although all the referees have a camp where they will be at. And from there is where they're going to send them to their various. But in the end, you have to find a way, a middle ground. America is disappointed. They messed up. Get the guy into Mexico and let him officiate all the games there. He's going to there, but unfortunately, there was no compromise for him, and it's so sad.
I'm saying this is the first World Cup that the country sees itself bigger than the tournament.
Of course, they are.
Even in Saudi Arabia, that was what's it called now? That was Saudi Arabia now, Qatar.
Qatar.
They collapsed. They allowed for beer to be sold in public.
And it was the same Western world that were against Qatar. They were campaigning that they have to, at least adjust to the third world. And they did that. And everybody was, we were all happy.
What about it? Well, people like, they designed designated places where, if you want to drink, we're going to don't drink in public, but we're going to build a whole village where it's going to be called a drinking village. Just come and drink there. And when you're done, don't cost distance, go back to your place of this thing. But even aside the America's inefficiencies and all their bragado and how I don't want to say they've messed up this thing. It was also a flop in the build up to the World Cup.
It was.
I don't even know the FIFA song.
There are too many. The one I prefer, the one I play regularly on my radio show is not the official one. I play a particular song from a Nigerian guy, which I think I could vibe with. Although the message was clear, but the message is not FIFA because at this point in time, FIFA are not looking at the culture, they're not looking at the global language, they're not looking at the unity around the World Cup. But unfortunately, it is what it is. It's America. They always do things differently, and that's why we are saying differently now. But let's look at the issue of the World Cup itself around America. A lot of people are saying this is going to be the last World Cup for Messi and Ronaldo. If these guys come to another World Cup, that means that they are vampires. In fact, I will ask FIFA to tell them that don't even at home. Don't kick the football. Messi, Ronaldo, 6 World Cup. At this point in time, the defending champion is Messi. Ronaldo. What exactly should be his main focus at this World Cup? I think for me, he should drop his ego. And I think he's doing that regularly now. Accept that fatherhood don't catch up with you. In fact,
Yeah.
grandfatherhood has caught up with him. Allow those young guys, the Brunos of this world, Vitinha, Neves, De Silva, Leao, all these guys, let them play that role, and they'll get the job done for you. But the conversation will continue. And here is the trick.
Yes.
Currently, it is very hard to argue against Ronaldo, Messi fans, even though they keep on having that debate that this one is the best.
Yes.
But should Baba Oro, our own Ororo, wins the World Cup, and also play a vital role.
But
if I make it even play, just win out. Will the argument change?
I mean, of course, this has been the arguments of...
It's going to be the fight. It's going to be like nails in the coffin.
They always do. I mean, they'll still say he has a couple more Ballon d'Or than Ronaldo. The major argument or the major final, like the finishing move, Mortal Kombat finishing that Messi fans will bring, he say, I get one World Cup. Wait till your own goats get. Wait till your own goats get.
That's like a short up Ronaldo fan.
However, I think what people mistake as ego for Ronaldo's part is his drive to want to be involved in his team or contribute his own part to his team's success.
Yep.
And we saw that happen with the 4 years that he has been with Al Nassr. And, and eventually you wonder that a guy that has won it all, why is the Saudi Pro League? Why are you so, and you see how he cries, you see how he's angry when he loses match, you see how he's, and you're like, Baba, you don't win.
It's just
they chop this your money, they go now. Why they try?
He was
crying. You understand? And he won the trophy, and you saw he celebrated that trophy like it was a World Cup in and of itself. And I think that's what people mistake as ego. The fact that he pours his heart and he wears his heart on his sleeve with every number that he's in. Again, are you going to say that if you put a ball in Ronaldo's leg, a goal scoring chance will not come out? Are you going to say?
Nope. I still feel that attacking-wise, Ronaldo is still the best player in that team.
In that team, you understand?
Ramos is a bench woman in PSG. He comes on extra time, second half.
Yeah.
And even during the qualifier, Ronaldo has scored all of them without him. Perhaps we could not press like he used to do in the past.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo's job is primarily to put the ball at the back of the net. And he's still one of the best at that. So, but it is Ronaldo.
Yes.
People for Ronaldo will talk.
Yes.
People against Ronaldo will still talk because the number one name that put every trend, second, third, and fourth, respectively, is Ronaldo. Go and check it anywhere in the world. Saudi League was going on.
Yeah.
And he had more views than La Liga. That is Ronaldo.
Everybody wanted to know what was going to happen.
Even Messi's camp were watching because they want to say, Baba no winner. But unfortunately, God shot them up. But in the end, I think if Ronaldo wins the World Cup,
yes,
the argument will still linger. But it makes it apart that you can't say
them apart.
See, Ballon d'Or or no Ballon d'Or. Most of those Ballon d'Or are not won legitimately.
Yes.
How can you give somebody 3 Ballon d'Or back to back for winning the World Cup 3 years ago? But that is our word. Hopefully Ronaldo can just win the World Cup. But for me, it's going to be a very, very difficult task.
It's going to be a very difficult task, and like you said, quite frankly. But at the same time, I really think that Portugal's work is cut out for them.
Yep.
It's going to be a Herculean task. One of the most underwhelming with the friendlies that I've seen is France. So, of course, everybody believes that the French team is one of the strongest teams in the world. But we saw with the friendlies, what happened with the friendlies. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that it was friendly and they were pulling their punches. But they fielded their World Cup team with the friendlies. They fielded every Arsenal known to them in the friendlies.
Not. So
you have
to know. Arsenal does not mean that.
You understand? They fielded everybody that we are going to see in the World Cup in the friendlies. See what Cote d'Ivoire did to them. Do you understand?
That was just a friendly.
Yes,
that was just a friendly.
I feel that there was a reason why the friendlies held before the World Cup. It was a precursor to see, okay, are these guys going to come on? And I feel friendlies again for the World Cup are also psychological warfare. Because if you razzle-dazzle a World Cup participant in the friendly that you have, because they face World Cup participants actually. You understand? If you razzle-dazzle them, it sends a message to everybody when come on, this France guy, they beat our best guys in our group on 12-0 for this, if they can't beat us, if World Cup start, they go kill everybody.
But talking about those teams,
but I think it showed that they were not invincible.
But I feel, to me, I think I've watched football to a level that I don't pay too much attention to friendlies.
I'm happy.
I don't honestly, especially the World Cup. France 98, Nigeria played about 4 or 5 friendlies.
Yes.
I think Yugoslavia, they gave us 4-0. Another team beat us 4-1. But when the World Cup started proper, we took out Spain, we took out Bulgaria. After qualifying, we lost to Paraguay.
Yes.
But in the end, the World Cup was, worse for us because we lost 4-1 to Denmark. So since then, I'm like, friendlies, it doesn't define what you're going to do there. You are trying to avoid injury, but just fresh and perfect your tactics. But looking at some teams, I've watched so many analysts, pundits, talking about their favorite at the World Cup. And I also want to just, pick mine, in particular order. The last will be the first, while the fifth will be, the first will be the fifth. In this particular order, I think that the fifth best team, and I'll be very fast about it, has to be, I think England. I'll pick England. There's Argentina in 4th. Yes, Argentina in 4th. There's no way for Brazil in my team.
Okay, no, but
I don't have Brazil in my top 5.
But
I have France number 3.
France
number 3.
Yes.
Portugal number 2. Then obviously Spain. Not because they have all-star in their team.
I will put a France above Portugal, but carry on.
You just downplayed France now.
Yeah, but I know.
Like I said,
talent-wise,
World Cup is proper.
Dangerous
World Cup is different.
Yes.
And for me now, I think what wins you football game.
Yes.
For the last couple of years now, has always been your midfield. If you have a very proper midfield, decent midfield, that can hold on to the ball, that can be in control of the game for a long time, you have a chance of winning than a team that has just good attack. Madrid has a very good attack, but they have failed to have good midfield. That is why they always struggle against a team that can hold on to the ball. Same thing with France. And France's attack is deadly. If France had the midfield of Bayern Munich or the midfield of PSG or even Barcelona,
or even Arsenal,
obviously they are the favorite to win the World Cup. But because they are too physical in the middle of the park, but rely so much on the likes of Cherki going forward, Dembele, Mbappe, Olise, these guys can wreck any defense. But for you to wreck defense, you need a midfield to form your base. So that is why I'm putting them number 3. When you talk about leather, how good they are, France is. They are physical. They can do anything they want to do on the field of play. But technically, I think Spain is number 1. Portugal is second to them, while France is number 3. So my top 3 for the World Cup is Spain, Portugal, and then France.
So top 3, but Argentina is in your 5. Argentina and you okay.
And England.
And England, you're 5th. So I mean, quite frankly, these are really, really like contending teams. All right. I want to take a different route.
I know you will.
I want to take a different route. So yes, I feel that one team we're not talking about, Senegal.
I'll do Morocco before Senegal.
I'll
do Morocco before Senegal.
Now, I feel. I'm not saying they're going to win.
Those are dark horses, though.
I'm not saying they're going to win. But I feel that they will give a show in the World Cup.
Oh, absolutely, I agree.
They will give a show in the World Cup. And I feel if we have any chance at making Africa proud, I will pick Senegal over Cote d'Ivoire.
What about our brother, Mbolale?
No, Ghana?
South Africa, I don't
know. No. I think you need to go and see on social media right now. Everybody in the game against Portugal, I think it's South Africa against who now? Is it Norway now or... No, Mexico. South Africa, Mexico. Nigerians, everybody has wanted Mexico against South Africa. You understand? My name is Don Hedro at ADT and Andes. You understand?
I'm Luis Ocampas.
My name is Don Roberto. Juan Carlito.
Gracias.
That day I'm speaking Mexican.
They don't even have a chance.
They don't.
I look at that group. I'm like, just come back home. Come back safely.
But again, South Africa does really have, they always have their way of, but at the same time, I'm not expecting anything from them. But I think I'll pick a Senegal over Cote d'Ivoire, in showing. I feel that they are going, and again, not really because of the fact that they won, the Nations Cup, but Senegal has always been that dogged side, dogged side.
No, to be honest, I agree with you. They're the best African side now. From the under 17 to the 20, to the 23, they have dominated every facet of African football. And that is why they have a very good group of players. Physically,
right now.
Technically, in the national team.
Yeah, true. True that. So again, they have the experience of Mane, who literally has played at one point in time with almost most of the players across all the team. So I feel his experience might come in handy for the team in that regard. But that's I'm not saying they are going to. I don't think they're favorites to win, but they are my African favorites to put a show in and make Africa proud. I think at some point in time, every other African country will band together to support Senegal as they advance in the World Cup. A team that I am tipping to win is Brazil.
That's
why?
Right.
Ancelotti magic. The Ancelotti magic. Why am I saying so? Ancelotti has a history of making dysfunctional players gel together. We saw what he did with Real Madrid. We've seen what he has done over time at Chelsea. At Chelsea. He he's a manager.
Has he managed a national team before?
Exactly, but he's a man, and I feel
although I will never bet against any Brazilian national side.
Yeah.
They are the most successful for a reason.
For a reason, yes.
And they always find a way to have a say in every new 20th century.
Yes.
They have won it 5 times. Pele won 3 of such. Ronaldo, Lima. I just look at this Brazil national team.
I think people are looking at Brazil national team right now because of obviously their flops in the past. You know, people like for example last World Cup, people expect them to go farther than where they went, and and they dropped. Neymar has not been that savior of a player.
He's even injured.
That they expect.
Is he 100%?
Yeah. I expect him to play. People are never expecting to make the World Cup.
But what you're saying, if he comes through, that Brazil wins Nations World Cup. So I'm going to twerk on this program for you. No. I'm going to twerk on that. No, I'm going to do that. As in, I will give you say babao. Because
so I'm tipping them to me because right now pressure's no longer on them. The pressure has shifted to France, has shifted to Portugal, has shifted to England. Pressure has moved away from them. So they are more or less existing as underdogs right now. And that puts them in a safe space psychologically to be able to do whatever they want to do. So I mean, on this World Cup conversation, I think we should also touch on is the ongoing conversation between the whole of England now versus one player. The whole of UK actually versus one player. The whole of one player because one player. And again, it irks me. It irks me that almost every time that this thing happens, it's always a player of African descent. Now, I'm not trying to play the racial card here now. But almost time this thing happens. So, for context, the English FA are saying that they're not going to, exchange handshakes with Thomas Partey when England and Ghana meet because of his current sexual assault, sexual allegations.
His allegation,
yes,
not confirmed.
Not confirmed.
The same thing they did to this guy Mendy. They are now apologizing. They are meant.
A certain Zuma, it was not even sexual allegations. It was just cats.
His own cats.
His own cats that might have been unruly and in human frustration say,
they should come to Nigeria. One group just going,
to the animal writers, all the VDMs of animals, we respect animal rights. But again, like people need to also realize that humans are infallible, right? Humans are fallible now. We see that on you boys. Humans are fallible or infallible. We are not above mistakes.
Yes.
We're not above mistakes, right? And I feel that this conversation should not even be had in football. Because again, football and sports is meant to be a uniting front. Oh yes, you have sexual allegations dragging out in court right now. Yeah, we're on the field of play. When the court decides that, hey, this guy is guilty, we're going to take legal actions. But say you're not going to shake a player because, he's currently pulling is he Epstein now? Jeffrey, alleged Jeffrey. alleged Epstein. Alleged football Epstein. We're not going to shake. I feel a country should not come out and say
it is irritating, honestly. It's not even a conversation we should be having. But the solution to it, to me, is deliberately, if Partey is starting the match,
They should make you start
let him be
wow.
the captain
of the team.
So once the first person, the captain, fails to shake him,
yeah.
the other guy just ghost them as well too. Yeah. As in, everybody
should know.
Come on, eyes for them. And let us know that what we are here to do is just come and play football. Nobody's shaking.
And by the grace of God,
because I don't understand. I don't understand the reason why somebody will just bring up that kind of topic that okay, well, because this person is facing something in our country, we are playing against this country. All of you should come on.
I feel even if for anything, the fact that it's still a case in court. There should be some form of solidarity.
Just like America.
Yeah.
They are the one that beats America in Europe. They like to always be the inferior version of America. Okay. And it's obvious because I don't know how a sane person can come up with this decision and say they are considering not shaking him because of him having an alleged case of rape issue in your country. For that reason, safe.
When it's still under debating, when it's still even on, like it's still on this, it's an ongoing trial. There's still there's nothing to say that, oh, hey, he did it. There's no verdict yet.
The issue of Mendy should serve as a lesson.
As a lesson.
That once it's not proven, he's not guilty. Once you don't prove him, then you can say yes. Don't shake him.
And not to also this same sexual allegations happened to what's his name? Mason Greenwood.
Yes.
And I think they handled Mason Greenwood's own better.
They did too, honestly.
I think they did.
Because
for if it was an African player, his career was dead on arrival.
Yes. But even at that, what Mason Greenwood is going through now, only Greenwood can explain. The wife that was the issue that they are living together now.
Yeah.
They have a baby together. He cannot play for United, obviously.
Yeah.
National team, because of the issue.
Yes.
They don't want to see him again.
Yeah.
His career internationally is on the balance.
True.
But thankfully, some other countries in Spain, I mean, now in France, well, it was like, see,
and
we make mistakes in life.
Yeah.
Come on, a lot of people have so many things under their belt that they cannot even say outside. But we are not supporting anything that is wrong.
The actions, you understand.
Racism, anything. Yeah. But at least let's give people a benefit of doubt. Not guilty until proven otherwise. But unfortunately, the world we live in now is a very, very fast world. Before you even cough, don't say you don't cough.
On this World Cup matter, let's talk about some of the rules.
Oh, the new rules.
One of them that I don't agree with is one of them that I don't. I said one of them that I don't agree with.
Let's hear it.
Is the 3 minutes rest for players each half. 3 minutes rest.
Is it too much?
I feel it's too small.
It's too small.
Yes.
This is to say.
Players
they whine me.
Players are boiling. Players are boiling in a hot condition. And I said that 3 minutes after playing for God knows how many minutes, and so it's going to take me 3 minutes to cool down. I don't know. I find it quite. I find it quite.
In as much as you don't like that, I think I'll just applaud FIFA for this because a lot of loopholes in our football has been looked and taken care of. The one I like the most has to be the second yellow card and the corner kick.
Yes, this one.
Because a lot of things have happened when a team is supposed to have a goal kick.
Yes.
But mistakenly given the other team is given a corner kick and they score through it. Imagine it's a World Cup final and somebody scores you through a ball should have been a goal kick.
Thank God
that is going to be.
Thank God that.
You will never forgive that official.
Thank God
so I like that.
Arsenal I don't play the World Cup. They would have won.
Arsenal again, right?
No corner for them.
Cornerstone FC. And also the yellow card. I think I like that as well too.
Yes.
If you get a yellow card, that's a second yellow card, that's a red card.
Yes.
And it's not. They look at it again. And also wasting of time. The time
wasting one. I'm so happy. Because now we're going to see what the likes of Morocco will do.
Injury as well as substitution. These are the things that I love most about this World Cup. We are already catching balls. The games are coming in fast and thick. But for you to stay up and watch it, you have to sleep a lot in the evening so that you have enough energy to watch and also go and resume to work the following day. But regardless, it happens only once in 4 years. The last one still here. Kolumwani I will never forgive you for missing that last goal to allow Messi Camp to have one over us. Hopefully, we can get at parity. But football is football.
I'm not counting on Ronaldo to win, on Portugal to win the World Cup. I'm not counting on them to win. But obviously, it will be a very emotional and I would say epic moment if Portugal does win and Ronaldo plays an integral part in that run up. It will, oh my God. I feel that will probably be the only action that will make this World Cup the most talked about World Cup, barring all the issues that happened, in the build up to the World Cup. But yeah, let's see how it goes. But I'm not really tipping Portugal to win. I'm not really, because again, Ronaldo is not in his prime.
Yep, he's not.
He's not at that point where he can carry the oath. Now the team has to carry him.
Yep. They have to
now the team has to carry him.
Yeah.
Of course, if you put the ball in his leg, he would get you 2 or 3 good scoring chances down for sure. That means now the team has to now be at their own 100 because he has been at his own 100 for the team and the team were not at their 100 when it was so now the team has to be at their own 100 while he does his own 50 or 60 to top it up and I'm not sure that that entire team can play at 100 this entire tournament.
Well, and also 48 teams for the first time in the history of the World Cup.
Yes.
Fortunately and unfortunately, Nigeria no did over 100 games at the World Cup.
But talking about that, looking at the game between Nigeria and Portugal, the friendly that happened.
That friendly was it. I think for all of its worth, it's just painful that this Super Eagles team are not at the World Cup. We deserve better. Unfortunately, we didn't prepare quite well. But what I think the coach, Eric Shell, is doing,
he's cooking.
He's already building
cooking
towards the next qualification at the Nations Cup.
He's cooking.
And it's also not sending the likes of Osimhen and Ademola Lookman.
He's cooking.
If you guys want to be unfortunate and not be available,
he's cooking.
Although there are reasons for that.
Yeah.
Anyone that does not want to be part of the team,
yes.
I think he wants to be ready that, I don't want to depend on Osimhen or Ademola Lookman. You also have to earn your position in that team. And I like the fact that we are playing free-flowing football and the coach is showing us that, yes, the Spikes of Nigeria can also win.
We still have a midfield problem, right?
Yeah.
We still have a midfield problem. But however, I like that he's finding replacements in almost every department. For example, we don't have to worry if Shemi Ajayi or the guy that played in the game against was it Jamaica now? The guy that played, was he central back? The new guy, I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. He had a good display, very composed. I think the last time I saw that kind of for a debut was Frederick. The guy that got injured from. Is he Frederick? What's his name now? Oh my God, the guy with the short dread. I can't remember that. Who's currently injured and cannot play. But he was so composed on the ball. I like that he's picking out replay. I don't know who is scouting team. If you are seeing scouting team, I like that, but I'm seeing that we're having replacements in the team that we can almost count on. I'm like, okay, this is not bad. It's not the regular name that we hear, but this guy seems like he can hold it in the absence of the guy that we know. And I think it's really, really good. Akwa Adams is fantastic.
Yeah.
He's becoming that guy that Nigerians can rely on. I like that. He's growing his game as well. And I think the sky's the limit for Nigeria. But again, it's sad that we're not playing.
And one thing that is obvious is
I'm happy that we're not playing.
If we qualify for the next World Cup, Osimhen will be 30 years. Ademola Lookman will be 32 years.
But I think
would they be there?
I think with what we're looking at, I think Nigeria's talent-wise,
we have it.
Nigeria's football is in safe hands.
Yep.
We just need administration.
Absolutely.
Proper administration.
Absolutely.
Because again, look at the boy that got signed to Brighton, Zadok Johanna.
Yeah. Oh.
And you know, understand? And you're like,
his story is out of this world.
Oh my God.
Just under a year ago, he was playing on a clay soil. He wasn't sure of what he wants to be.
Yes.
But big credit to the agent, the scout, that saw him and say, this guy is not the diamond in the rough.
True.
He brought him out, polished him, and under a year from AEK, he's now in the Brighton.
Bonkers.
And what I like the most about that deal is that there was Chelsea, there was Newcastle, and some other clubs.
Yes.
But the guy chose a club where he knows that to have enough playing time.
Yes.
They will focus more on his development.
True that.
And also no pressure or whatsoever.
Yes.
I feel that boy should be properly taken care of, looked after.
Yeah.
Don't rush him to the national team.
Yeah.
Just let him develop.
And he has time.
If he's called the African name or Nigerian name for a reason, then we need to all support him and take care of his career. Just 21.
Yes.
What will he be?
He has time.
At 24.
He has time. He has time. And again, look at the list of Nigerian players of Nigerian descent that are playing across like different teams in the World Cup. Talent-wise, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Even if Osimhen retires and say, "Hey, I'm not playing for national team again today, tomorrow," I'm like, "No, wala." We still like allow. I can list 4 other players that are currently playing in different like some underlooked leagues in the world that we don't know about. Are banging in goals day in day out. So talent-wise, I think we are good. But again, our problem at that glass house.
But still, Victor Osimhen. He's a big dog. He's a big dog.
Yeah.
If you want to displace Osimhen, you also have to come with your own semen. You also know that you are a man. So you get now. On that note.
Leave me. No, for this point you drop, you deserve to leave me. When I see Nigeria's talents, I see men. Oh my God. Now you start out.
Well, guys, once again, you know what to do. It is the Box 89 Jazz Show. Anywhere you see it, click him, like him, follow him, recommend it to your friend. It is a therapy for you to watch a show without any hassles. The World Cup is there for us to cover and definitely lots more. My name is Farouk Adesola.
And I'm ADT. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of the Box 18 podcast, straight from the box. No VAR needed. Please like, share, subscribe, join our community. Go to our YouTube page, drop a comment. Please disagree with us, but don't drag us.
Yes,
Thank you so much, because some of us, our age, if you born some of you.